Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be taking a look at 3 different vehicles and some of the loadout options that have been found in a recent data mine from the alpha playtest back in August. We've gotten a couple of these over the past month or so, and it's always interesting to see what we might get next. This info, of course, comes from Tutorial from Twitter, the man who has kept us informed as much as he possibly can with what he's found. He's definitely given us more to work with than EA has collectively. But he wrote this tweet and it says, additional vehicle loadout data from the Battlefield 2042 playtest files. MD540 Nightbird, the MV38 Condor, the 2040 Super Hind, the LA-TV4. With a little note that says the LA-TV4 doesn't feature a dedicated spotter seat. The driver seems to be able to access spotting pulse ability instead. And we're going to get into that. Keep in mind that although this data is found in the alpha test files, it doesn't mean that they are confirmed. So we're going to go ahead and zoom in, and the first vehicle that we're going to go over, MD540 Nightbird. Now the Nightbird is a scout chopper, and it's relative to the Little Bird from Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3. According to the data, we got the standard miniguns and the 20mm cannon as the primary weapon choices. With the secondary weapon choices, we have rockets and air-to-ground missiles. Good to use those for strafing runs on infantry, I imagine. The abilities include detection jammer, flares, and a system repair. This time around, we have a spotter position on the chopper who can spot or send out a spotting pulse. For you high flyers out there, I'd imagine that would be pretty useful unless the range is like extremely limited. Then you may have to go in low and fast, which is what I prefer when I'm zipping around in a Little Bird. Now we're going to look at my most anticipated vehicle in 2042 so far, the MV38 Condor. So this thing looks awesome, and I'm really curious on how it's going to handle. I imagine it's probably going to be a little bulky because this thing is pretty beefy. It's kind of huge. This thing would be awesome for swooping into an objective with a full crew. So it looks like the pilot is going to be able to access the detection jammer, the flares, and the system repair, while the front gunner has a beastly 40mm grenade launcher and 50mm cannon. I mean, what more could you want from that, really? So there's 6 seats total in this aircraft, and you may remember the Venom from Battlefield 4. It had a similar layout, 2 passenger seats in the back and 2 minigunners. For the Condor, it looks like those miniguns will be making another appearance, and hopefully we'll get a little more speed. The Venom was a little bit slow, for obvious reasons. You don't want it to be zipping around like as fast as the Little Bird, but I'd like to see a boost. The maps are massive this time around, and I don't want to hit redeploy just to get somewhere faster. According to this, the same kind of data was found for the Super Hind, which is the attack chopper that we see in the gameplay trailer. So I'm guessing we're going to see pretty much the same type of defenses. So the flares, the detection jammers, and the system repairs, and all that kind of stuff. Moving on to the last vehicle on our list, which is the LA-TV4. This thing is basically a Hummer with some cool tricks. The driver can use a smoke discharger, thermal smoke, system repair, and a spotting pulse, which is very interesting because I wouldn't think that they would use a spotting pulse for a land vehicle. I wonder just how much this is going to be used in, say, Hazard Zone. And there's a top gunner position. For them, we have the minigun, a 40mm grenade launcher, 30mm cannon, and a 50mm cannon. So this little guy kind of sounds like a monster. I'm not sure about passenger seats on this one. It's probably just the driver and the gunner, since the firepower this can put out seems high. But I'm really looking forward to trying these out in the beta whenever that gets released, since we haven't had any official word just yet. Tomorrow begins the last week of September, guys. October will be here on Friday, which is kind of insane to think about. If they plan on announcing the beta this month, it will be this week. I've been putting out polls lately since I recently got a community tab, and one of the questions was about when you guys think we would hear something official from Battlefield. And funny enough, the majority seem to have lost hope in communication at all by this point. But rest assured, my friends, we're all in this together. I'm feeling the drag just as much as you are. The rumored dates are going to be the 6th of October. I think we've talked about that before. We really just need Battlefield to come out and say it officially. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Being left in the dark is not nearly as bad once the lights come on. So just hang in there and it'll be fine. Keep an eye out on this channel for any relevant info, and especially keep an eye out on Twitter for when news does drop. The reception from you guys on the videos have been amazing, and I cannot thank you enough. I get excited thinking about all the games that we're going to play together whenever 2042 does actually drop. Community games and live streams, I mean, it's going to be a good time. And speaking of streams, I actually stream here on YouTube. So far, it's only been YouTube because, this is where you guys are, and I don't want to direct you to another platform if I don't have to. It's easier for you guys. Once you subscribe, you can get a notification that I am live. Plus, the quality settings over here are better for me. for bitrate purposes. I put out a Battlefield 4 sniper gameplay video. It's short and sweet. I love playing Battlefield 4, so check it out. If you like it, I'll make more, but you gotta let me know. I'll keep my eyes and ears out for you guys, and we'll hit you up with any updates. If you like this video and you like its format, you might like the last one that I did as well. So click the video on your right, and I'm gonna see you over there.